Hey guys, welcome back. Amy here from Healthy Home Mama, and today I have an exciting video for you guys. I'm going to be showing you our most recent trip to Mammoth Cave National Park and the highlights and all of the trails that we took, the trails that I'm going to be recommending, and then some tips for hiking with toddlers and babies. If you're new here, my channel is all about healthy living, homemaking, productivity, and family life. So if you like that kind of thing, hit the link below to subscribe to stay notified whenever I come out with new videos. Okay, so let's go ahead and dive right in. As you can see, we did a lot of hiking in the cave, but then we also did a lot of hiking above ground as well. So every year we like to go on a national park trip because we are actually trying to cross off all the national parks for our bucket list. And so before we go to these national parks, I like to research and find out what trails are must-do trails to see the best sights that we can see. And we currently have a 1-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 5-year-old. So I am looking to see the difficulty of these trails, if they are doable with the ages of our kids. Our kids actually like to hike, and we do hike a lot with them, and so I just keep what they are capable of in mind when I am planning out the trails that we are going to be hiking beforehand, while also keeping in mind what are must-do hikes for the views and for what reviews are saying that you should actually see and experience in the national park we are visiting. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in and let me show you what hikes we did and what hikes I would recommend. So the first hike I would recommend is the Cedar Sink trail. This trail is 1.8 miles long and it is rated as easy. There are some stairs, there's some ups and downs, but the views are very beautiful. A lot of rocky cliffs like you can see here, and just a lot of really beautiful views. As you can see here, my husband has a carrier. I will link the carrier that we have down below. We love this one. It is new. We just got it. We have an older one, and we can already tell the difference between our previous one compared to this one. So I will link the one that we have down below, but this one was for our 2-year-old. This day we were doing our cave tour later in the day, and so we wanted our 2-year-old's legs to be feeling good for that hike because there are no backpack carriers allowed in the caves, and so we knew he needed to feel good for that hike. And so anyways, we used this backpack for him for this hike. And so if you do have a toddler and are looking for a backpack carrier, I would highly recommend one. It is so nice to be able to just put them in there and still get to be hiking fast to get more hikes in without them getting super tired. So check out the link down below. And as you can see here, this trail has a pretty cool little feature. This vine, we stopped here for probably 30 minutes and just had some fun with this one. And another thing I would recommend is a Camelback, and I can link this down below also. This is super handy to have on a hike with toddlers, so that you're not lugging around water bottles. And we have a toddler one for our 5-year-old to carry that he shares with the 2-year-old, and then me and my husband share, and we just put it in our hiking backpack, and then our 5-year-old just puts the backpack on his back. So next up, we did one of the tours for the caves, and we chose the Cleveland Avenue tour. And this tour seemed good for toddlers and babies. Like I said, backpack carriers are not allowed, so I used this front carrier for my 1-year-old, and that was really nice to have. And this trail was 2 miles total. Like I said, very easy for toddlers to do. A lot of kids were on this hike, and from the tours that I researched, this tour seemed like a must-see based off of the ability level that we had. All of the tours at Mammoth Cave are guided tours, except for if you do the historic tour. That one can be unguided, but from what I researched, the historic tour was not as beautiful from what you see when you Google and look at pictures of Mammoth Cave. You're not going to see those kind of iconic pictures in the historic tour, and so that's why I chose the Cleveland Avenue tour, and we did it guided. It took 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe, but there was a bus ride to and a bus ride from the tour. As you can see here, there are a lot of stairs leading down into the cave, but once you get past these first set of stairs, the rest of the hike is very easy, I would say, and our kiddos really loved this hike. This was the highlight of our trip, and it is just amazing to see and hear all about this cave. So a few more tips here for hiking with toddlers and babies as I show you this trail. First tip is to have snacks on hand for every hike. This hike actually did not allow snacks on the trail, and so right before we started the hike, we gave the kids snacks so that they would be good to go. A few ideas for some good snacks. I love rice cakes for my kids, so I'm going to say rice cakes, and then nuts and seeds, some fruit, some vegetables, some muffins, or energy balls. So I mentioned my front carrier for this hike. I really would not have been able to do this hike without that. It's very handy, but we do prefer the backpack carriers just for the age of our 1-year-old and our 2-year-old. We have 2 backpack carriers, and we always take them on hikes, unless if they're longer hikes. If they're shorter hikes and we know our 2-year-old's able to do it, then we'll just take one for the 1-year-old. But another tip would be to practice beforehand with your kiddos. Practice taking them on longer walks or hiking beforehand, just to get them used to the distance that you will be hiking on your trip. Okay, another tip, and this did not pertain to this particular hike because it was a guided tour, so we had to stay up with the group and keep up with them. But normally for hikes, we do not rush the hikes. We let the kiddos explore and take their time, and this really helps them to enjoy hiking, find some things in nature that interest them, and makes it for an enjoyable experience rather than rushing them along and making for a not so enjoyable experience. Okay, last tip is to affirm their hiking abilities. Let them know they're doing a great job, and this will go a long ways in making them feel good, especially as toddlers, making them feel like they're doing a really good job, just giving them the praises for what a great hiker they are, and this will just build up in them a desire for continuing to hike and feeling like they're doing good rather than it feeling like they are just walking to walk and not having fun with it. Okay, enjoy the rest of what we got to see on the Cleveland Avenue tour. Like I said, we loved this tour. It was amazing. We have not done a cave hike before, and so this was really, really cool, really mind-boggling to see the size of this cave and to hear all about it from our tour guide. The kids loved it, and it was just a really, really cool experience.
After the 1990s, we changed to more cold lunches. Think like a ham sandwich, bologna sandwich, where nothing was actually getting cooked. But the thing was...
Okay, so I slacked the first day and did not get video footage of the River Styx trail, but this was a really easy trail and we really liked it. We looped back a different trail, so I don't remember what that name of the trail was, but we really did like that trail. It was very easy, very good views. And then the second day we came down here. This is the historic entrance, and we wanted to see what this looked like. So for a quick recap, we did the River Styx trail the first day. Second day, we had our cave tour in the afternoon. And so in the morning, we did the Cedar Sink trail. And then in the afternoon, we had the Cleveland Avenue tour, which was the cave tour. Okay, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today and for listening to my recommendations on the hikes for toddlers and babies to take at Mammoth Cave National Park. And I hope you found the tips for hiking with toddlers and babies helpful. Leave me a comment down below if you have any questions, and I will see you back here real soon. Bye.